Welcome, one and all, to another episode of Clickbaity, Political Thirst Trap. I am one of your three hosts, Marcus Farrell, and right now I have my brother from another mother, Benjamin.
What's going on, man? What's happening, Marcus? How you doing, brother?
Man, I'm busy as all outdoors, man. We're trying to make it $1 out of 15 cents, man. How about yourself?
I'm doing good, man. I'm trying to be like you. I see you making moves. I see you got stuff popping and locking all over the country, but I'll let you take your time and parlay that information to the audience. But salute to you, man. I know Brother Mundell is going to be flying in the next few minutes, so we're glad to have our brother joining us in a moment as well.
Yeah, man. Listen, man. Look, we all have, like, during this, since COVID, since we've started this adventure of Clickbaity Political Thirst Trap, we have all kind of went through different phases and different changes, right? Like, you got your own church now, right?
Yeah.
Like, you have a flock.
Pray for me.
You have a flock.
I'm
That's
responsible
right.
for some people's souls, man. Imagine that.
Yeah, right. Mondale is a whole ass mayor, right?
Yeah.
Like, so that and then I am one step closer to opening up my our dispensary in Chicago. Restorative Roots. This week we were approved by Chicago City Council. The aldermen up there have approved us to go to start rezoning, right? So we are officially on the books now. And now we gotta, have to build it out, get my architect in there and make it look blackety black. You know what I mean? And make it look the way that I want. Black enough to be black, but not scare off the white people. That's exactly what I told my architect.
You try to strike that balance, man. Strike that balance. It's a tightrope.
Right. So that's so yeah, we're on our way, and we had an article. Like, it's so funny because the thing about Chicago and these dispensaries, this is nationwide, right? People don't understand how hard it is to, like, start a dispensary, right? Like, you can't just go from selling sacks on the side of the road to, like, having a dispensary. It just doesn't work like that. And one of the things that happens is, like, there has been about, I want to say somewhere around, I think 145 equity licenses that were put out this last round, right? And out of those 145, probably somewhere around 5 to 10% of them have opened, right? Because you give an equity license, that's fine. You give a license to a person that is of color or out of a certain zip code, right? That's how they work. But the problem is that you don't understand that these same folks don't have $2 million in their bank account to open up the license that you just gave them, right?
Wow.
So and it's a really big problem. So out of all those 100 and whatever dispensaries, ask me how many black dispensaries have opened yet.
Just yours? Is that it? How many?
4.
4 out of how many?
The whole state.
Wow.
Because it's so hard. There's so many legal, like, not only do I have, like, I got 3 different departments that I have to answer to, right? I have the attorney general that I have to answer to, right? I have the alderman that I have to answer to. I have the city that I have to answer. And each one of these things have their own regulatory bodies and regulatory arms. And they're all going into like, your building, right? And doing inspections. And this pipe is too close to this pipe. And that's not ADA compliant. Like, it's a whole thing. So, you know what I mean? But I am happy that we are well on our way to opening up Restorative Roots. We'll be in Chicago. I'll give y'all the address at some point, but y'all can also follow Restorative Roots on Instagram. And I think we got some on Facebook, maybe not, but we're definitely on Instagram. It's Restorative Roots. Please feel free to look us up.
Nice, nice.
And yeah.
You see what somebody put
So
in the chat room? They said a mayor, a pastor, and a dispensary owner walked into a bar.
hey, they just consider me an entrepreneur. Can I just have that part right there?
Entrepreneur.
Right?
I like to say a mayor, a pastor, and a D-boy walked into the bar,
And
but
D-boy, right.
but you are way more than that, man. Congratulations to
Well,
you,
I mean,
man.
thank you, man. And I mean, like, the dope boy ain't really selling T-shirts like that. You know what I'm talking about? Come on now. Sell a little bit more than just weed here, bro. You know what I'm talking about?
I feel you, man. I feel you. Listen, hey, man. I also don't. Anyway, let me be quiet. I got members who might be watching. Let me be quiet. We'll talk off air.
Yeah, not a problem at all. Wait, man,
Yeah.
you got an old ass.
That's why I stopped talking in the middle. But I believe in the earth and the stuff that grows out of the ground. God bless you, man. I know what you're doing.
God bless. Yes, I mean, listen, I'm tell you something. God got more to do with cannabis than he does without it.
That's
I'll
right.
tell you that. Like, let the weather be bad.
Hey, the restorative roots too, man. I love the name. I absolutely love the name. It says a whole lot, bro.
Yeah, thank you. No, and it was very intentional. All this stuff was sort of created. Whoa, all this stuff was created while I was like, we were actively doing this show, right? But like, pretty much my creative time came in like during COVID. That's when we came up with the name Restorative Roots, and that's when we came up with Clickbaity. So it is what it is. Hey, we got some news for y'all, and Mondale Robinson will be joining us. Our brother Mondale will be joining us sometime soon. He's been traveling and he's been doing some amazing work. We gonna get on his ass though.
He's been doing some great work, man. Shout out to the mayor.
The mayor has been doing some amazing work, man. So hey, man, I'm gonna let you lead it, bro, because
man.
I think we got some stuff to talk about.
Yeah, man. Let me see which video this is. Now I'll let you control the videos only because I'm not really. I got them in there. But the state of Florida, right? It came out Friday. The state of Florida's educational standards has changed the language to suggest that Black people benefited from slavery by obtaining skills that made them, I guess, more employable. That was just the first part. The second part of it that makes it so disgusting, in addition to the first part, is the fact that they're saying now that let's take Rosewood for consideration. When they teach Rosewood, when they teach Tulsa race massacre, when they teach all the different race massacres, they teach it that as if violence was committed against Black people and by Black people, right? And so they draw this false equivalence between people, Black folks who were defending themselves with the white supremacist terror that was being waged down on us. And all this is being brought to us by none other than Ron DeSantis and his Florida Department of Education. This man who wants to be president. We got a clip of him trying to defend it. Go ahead.
I'll run it.
The Holocaust.
Hold that one. That's the second one. Hold that one. I think I may have uploaded the same one twice. Hang on a second. Let me try this again. The one I'm getting ready to upload is from his press conference.
I want to bring up a point to what you just said. Like, look, man, Florida. I have no reason to want to or to have to know how to put a shoe on Master's horse, right? Like, I have no reason to want to or need to. And I think we should, but I have no reason to know how to pick cotton. I have no reason, like my grandmother said before she passed, God bless her, Rosie, like the cotton was so bad that your hands would get cut by just taking cotton out of it. And that was her as a sharecropper. These skills that they're talking about aren't even skills that are transferable today. But you know what is transferable today? Money.
Reparations. Come on,
reparations.
Man. Come on.
Right? That is transferable. That is transferable.
It's ready whenever you are, man. Oh, Mondale's in the house?
Hold on. Let me link him in real quick.
Yeah. Oh, and I thought he was in the waiting room. No.
Okay, yeah. Let's go ahead and run this video real quick.
All right, run.
This guy here.
provide for their personal benefit. Could you just explain why?
Well, you should talk to them about it. I mean, I didn't do it, and I wasn't involved in it. But I think what they're doing is I think that they're probably going to show some of the folks that eventually parlayed, being a blacksmith into doing things later in life. But the reality is, all of that is rooted in whatever is factual. They listed everything out. And if you have any questions about it, just ask the Department of Education. You can talk about those folks. But I mean, these were scholars who put that together. It was not anything that was done politically.
Not anything that was done politically. Okay. That's the government.
Hey man, look, let's keep it a buck here, right? Like, and Lee Atwater, who famously invented the new Southern strategy, made a statement that said, we don't just have to run around and call them the N-word anymore. We just need to create other things to do to show them that they are the N-word, right? Like, so instead of saying black people, they created welfare queens, even though there's more white folks on welfare, right? And instead of saying left or progressive policies, they call us woke now, right? And instead of just saying the N-word, which he probably does, I know for a fact, somebody probably has a string to pull him back when he's about to go in, right? Instead of doing that, they create these policies and they're trying to literally change history, right? But this is a moment where the world, right, where these white supremacists, they are on their last leg. People don't understand it. It seems like they're getting more powerful, and they probably are a little bit. But this is their last hurrah.
That's right.
Right?
That's right.
When you start trying to change the history, like Nazi Germany did, right? When you start trying to burn the books, ban the books, create new narratives, right? Like, there's black people who have parents right now that are still. There you go.
What up, y'all?
What up, man?
What's up?
What's up? A little late, but I'm here. Sorry.
It's all good,
man. Yeah, it's all good. We were just talking about DeSantis. We just ran this video of DeSantis trying to defend changing the history. And what I was just saying is that this is their last leg, right? Like Nazi Germany, right before they ended up going to war with everybody, one of the last things they did was try to change, not only ban certain books, but try to change the history of their country, right?
That's right.
Try to change the history of Europe, right? And this is their last chance to do that. So, but what they don't understand is that our country, we still have people alive whose parents were slaves. Right?
Yeah.
Like there's still people who are alive right now that their parents were slaves. So you're gonna tell me, you're gonna tell me that when they have transferable skills and that's the only thing, and you're gonna change the history of what actually happened in America? I doubt it.
Yeah, I mean, so listen, this idea of transferable skills for me is an entire way. Sorry to jump in, Ben. Were you gonna say something?
Nah, bro, go for it.
It's an entire way for them to just like mile align what trauma is, right? I mean, you could get transferable skills from being beat up, from being raped. There is nothing you brag about. Slavery, there's nothing about slavery. And the fact none of this is happening in a silo. And we can't even pretend that this is the first time America's banned books, right? First time America banned books, we got the ideal of lost cause. And the reason so many white people love and support Confederates is because of what happens. What happens when we ban books? I say this all the time. United Daughters of Confederates should not be famous for all the statues they have put up in love and memory of their husbands, sons, and fathers. They should be famous for what they did to the Southern curricula throughout the southern part of this country. Their power, their influence, these white women who are from well-to-do families, ability to ban books that were talking trash about the KKK, ban books that talk anything negative about Southern's defense, so-called defense against northern aggression. All of this is the reason we got 2 generations of white folk walking around with Confederate flags and calling themselves patriot. You cannot be patriotic and also supporting the war and the troops who kill more American soldiers than any other army ever, right? The Confederate Army did that. This is the same vein. We find ourselves right now a Republican Party. And listen, I don't say this with rejoice. We find ourselves with a Republican Party that is defunct. Because what happens is when the Republican Party shows up in this manner, where country music people like Jason Aldean are talking about not in a small town, really just saying nigga, 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 excuse my language, but I'm being honest. And that new song, that's all he's saying. When you see the mouthpiece of the Republican Party empowering white supremacy, when you see this, when people say they're patriotic, all while they're bashing 20% of this country's population, talking about black people, not even including, you know, blacks that are Hispanic, that don't call themselves black. You know, when you're able to do that in a mainstream party, running for president or managing an entire state the size of Florida with so many people, then we already see that the Democratic Party does not have to be super aggressive about issues that we need to address that are plaguing us. So the Republican Party showing up this manner is not a benefit for black people. And we don't say this braggingly. We just say this because it is. The Republican Party right now is a party of racism, period.
Period. Yeah, man. Listen, I don't have a whole lot more to say on top of that. But the fact is that actually you started off by saying it's a way of maladjusting trauma. Was that the phrasing you used?
That's it, man.
Man, bro, I have never seen people who are not satisfied with just hurting you. They want to go the distance and find ways to gaslight you about what they did to you, to pour salt in the wound. Right. When we say the cruelty is the point, it's like, it's the fact that they actually are getting their shiggles is what I call it. Shits and giggles out of insulting us in a way that they can sit around and laugh and say, ha, 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 you got, now we get to say that your people learned something in slavery. Ha, ha, ha. It's like, it's all a game to them. You know what I mean? So they're not only racist, but downright deep to the core of who they are. They are evil people. They're evil people who know that cruelty and the barbarism of white supremacy is how they got what they have. And now they have a couple of black folks that they could put on payroll too, who will go out here and say some of the same things. And they feel like they have the ability to represent, like, this is what America really is. It's a bunch of racist white folks and a bunch of black folks who will take a paycheck from them just to give them cover. But at the end of the day, I don't know if that was you or Mundell who said this, Marcus. This is the end of the road for them. This is the death pangs of white supremacy, and I don't give them long, but it is the most dangerous point as well. And if we can survive this dangerous point right here, white supremacy will be relegated to the trash bin of history. Full stop.
Yeah, I Shiggles. I'm gonna have to use that. That's a tattoo. Shiggles. I know what I need. I know what I need to counteract what they're doing in my home state. I know what I need.
What's that?
I need a president and a Democratic Party to go as hard as for us.
Come on.
As they're going against us, right? So what I don't need is another person telling me now is not the time.
Right.
Right. What I don't need, I need a person telling me that, okay, I'm going to appoint 20 new Supreme Court justices and I'm going to change it forever so that we will always win.
Mm-hmm.
Because if you see how far the Republican Party is going, there's no tiny way around. There's no tweaking. There's no big tent umbrella shit. There's none of that is real. What I need people who are going to be as aggressive towards us and our policies that we need than we are against it. I need people to say reparation with the hard R. Just as much as you say nigga with a hard R.
Yeah, and I think go ahead, Marcus.
Go ahead.
I think the problem though is go Go ahead.
That's the courtesy dance. I call that the courtesy dance. Go ahead.
Go ahead, bro. You got it.
Nah, I need somebody to go as hard for us as they're going against us, and we're not getting that. We get moderation. We want to work with Republicans. We need to find even ground, and there is no. Republicans are not thinking about even ground when they're trying to change our literal history. There's no moderate ground there.
Mm-hmm.
There's no reasonable ground there. There's no room to wiggle room for Republicans there. That's them changing our history. So why can't I have somebody representing me that will change my history for our good, change our future for our good, right? Not just give us bare minimum, right? Like not just pass laws that are bare minimum, but do something that's like, you know what? I'm gonna tell you something. There was only one time, and Mondale, I'll let you have it. A Republican president gave me some money once. I remember that.
Was that George Bush back in after the stimulus check?
I was in the military. I remember when George Bush gave me a check.
I remember that stimulus check too.
Don't get me wrong. Now I ain't saying he was great, but what I'm saying is, why can't I have somebody who because Florida people will remember Ron DeSantis forever, right? But you know who we don't remember? Charlie Crist.
Come on.
You know what I mean? I remember Lawton Child. I remember Lawton Child because he was doing stuff to reverse racism in the state of Florida. He might have been a little racist himself, but he was doing stuff to reverse racism in the state of Florida. I don't remember Charlie Crist. I don't remember Barack Obama, honestly.
You don't got no point to. That's what happens. The Democrats are offering us bipartisanship. Bipartisanship ain't got us nothing. Never. Bipartisanship will still have us as slaves. Barack Obama was the picture perfect bipartisan president. Everything was now America. I mean, like one of his professors, one of his mentors was racially targeted by police. Perfect opportunity to say, I'm defunding this. I'm giving less fund. No federal funds will go to the police department. You know what he did? Invite the white guy to the White House to have a beer garden. A beer summit. The beer summit happened under Barack Obama. There was nothing to remember after the inauguration of his black face. He became a mediocre Democrat. He became a younger version of Bill Clinton. You're right. There's nothing we need to remember as black men in America about any president because ain't no president got us closer to being free since the one that said the 13th Amendment was law. Period. That's just a fact, dog. Like, and anybody dressing it up they are not looking at what it means to be black man in America. Seriously, let's be honest here. To say that we are free to roam the streets and we have more freedom than people did, man, you still gotta have freedom papers to walk around here as a black man. You see the brother in Georgia, 15 episodes on one fishing video in his community. The brother on the internet in Georgia, he trying to fish, and everywhere he go,
we gotta find that.
White people keep calling the police on his brother, and they keep showing up asking him for his ID. What they really saying is, where your freedom papers at, boy? Where your freedom papers at, boy? Come on. Every time, come on. Nobody's documenting the fact that the police have been calling this guy 15 times in a week for fishing. It ain't in nobody's logbook. They're like, don't go out to this community if they say a black man is fishing because he lives there. Or is it in there and you're looking for one slip up, one reason to do what you want to do, which is drown them probably in that lake.
That part.
Catching them good white folk fish. Because you ain't got no business being this free black man. So in Jason Aldean's song, when he say, I want to go back to the time before all this SHIT started happening to us, you begin to understand what he's saying. Make America Great Again begins to sound like these Negroes should have never had the opportunity to be this free.
Come on.
Democrats are not fighting for our freedom, dog. Bipartisanships to me sounds like treason. You are trying to do bipartisan legislation with people who want me dead. They say it. They legislate it. They act on it, bro. Marjorie Greene Taylor sat outside of the Capitol building and laughingly and joked had a debate with Representative Jamal Bowman. One of the coolest brothers I know. Never like even killed brother, never loud. And he was laughing and joking with her. She was laughing and joking when she walked away. The next thing she did the next day was have a press conference early in the morning and said she felt threatened. Said that they should investigate him. Literally, this woman went on TV, did a press conference, then did her rounds on white media because it can't get around that she's standing out front laughing and joking with one of her colleagues without her taking advantage, being a kid. That is a death sentence for black men. Saying that she felt threatened by this hostile and saying, look how aggressive he was towards her that is textbook, get this Negro man killed behavior. That is not disconnected from where the Republican Party is right now. And when I say Republican Party, don't forget, I also include Joe Manchin and Cinema and a lot of other Democrats, if we're being honest.
Facts on facts. We got the fishing video down there if you want to run that real quick.
Yeah, and listen, first, before we start this video, America, if you haven't seen this, you need to go to this young man's page. It's his TikTok page. It's like fish.
It is.
Yeah, it's his TikTok page. Go watch all the videos. I went down that rabbit hole this morning, ironically, Mondale, and this is right down the street from me. This is right down the street from where I live at right now, right?
Right.
And I'm just thinking to myself, how many times can you call the cops?
15 times.
Like, how ignorant are you? And then what kind of police department shows up afterwards? Right? Like
after knowing what they're going out for.
Right, you know what I mean? So yeah, you gotta check this video out. Very interesting one.
Viral videos on the internet. I don't know social media. I don't participate in any, but I've been told it's gone crazy all around the country. And the end result is the lady that talked to you, that you were filming, she's been fired.
I found that out just today.
Yeah, she's been fired at 8:30 this morning. She's lost her job. She's got a big mortgage on a big house that she's solely. So we've got to help each other and not post viral videos, please.
Hold on. Yeah. I'm about to say, go ahead. Please give.
So the backstory here's the backstory. This brother had been fishing all week, literally every day. He loved fishing. All his videos forever are about fishing or getting chased by alligators when he's trying to fish or something. This brother was fishing. This woman stops her car, gets out of her car, walk over there to him and his girl, and she's like, hey, how are you guys doing? That's the start right there. Hey, how are you guys doing? And she's like, do you live in this community? What are you doing here? This lake is for the community only. And so I'm just gonna take your tag number and send it on up. Then sends the cop out there, whatever. He blasted, like, stars recording, like, look at this. It's the third white person that approached me today about fishing. So she approached him, gets out of the car, and says, I just have to. Like, what? You don't have to stop your car and ask these people who are fishing in this so-called good neighborhood what they doing there. The implication is, nigger man, you don't belong here. Get your rod and get gone before I send the Klan out to you. Cops are the Klan of black people. Y'all should know that. So anyway, she calls the cops to come. The brother shows his ID. They leave. Somebody else comes up on the brother. Same thing. Another cop shows up. Same thing. Asks for the ID. So the reason he's out of breath in his video is he just ran 2 miles because his dad went down there to talk to the so-called president of the HOA. So he done ran 2 miles from his house to the community lake to make sure his dad's not down there with a group of these white people by himself, unprotected, right? So that's why he was out of breath and running. Go ahead, Marcus.
Listen, man. The caucasity. Look, I'm tired of racist white people.
Marcus, you know what I'm tired of? I'm tired of the ones that are quiet about it and don't think that that's racist.
Oh, but listen. That's fine. I'll take them. I'll take them. I want to break this down one by one. I am tired of racist white people. I'm tired of racist white people in the airport. I fly a lot.
They don't see us in the airport, though.
Yeah. Listen, I'm tired of racism in general. I'm tired of racist white people who make policies, right? I'm tired of racist white people who just want to, care on us when we're just doing our own thing, right? Like you have never gone fishing in that same spot, probably. These people have never gone fishing, so it's not like he's stealing your fish. It's his simple existence that bothers them. I'm tired of white folks, racist white people. I'm tired of racism. I'm tired of racist people. Let me just say that. I'm tired of racist people who are in Comfort Plus, who look at me crazy because I'm in first class. I'm tired of y'all. I'm tired of racist white folks. Y'all are in the main cabin and I'm in Comfort Plus. You looking at me like, why you up there? I'm 6'4". I can't sit with y'all.
You can't sit where I sit, Marcus.
You can't sit where I sit.
Man.
I have 2 inches in front of me and I'm good. This man, you can't sit back there with us, bro.
Marcus on his first world problems. Go ahead, Marcus.
Yeah, it is my first world problem, but it's still racism.
It is. It is.
It is. I'm sorry. Like, check this out. If I walk around my neighborhood right now, man, I live in a very diverse neighborhood, right? There's black people, white people. It's probably the most diverse. Hateville is probably one of the most diverse cities in America, and I love it here, right? I was thinking about running for mayor here. I love this town, right? But there's places where there's only like white people that live there. And imagine being the first family, right, that moves into these places, right? Imagine what our ancestors had to do, our parents, my mama had to do for being the first black lady to work in her department ever, right? Like that. This is real. So I guess what I'm saying is like this brother is just it's such an everyday occurrence that it's almost like it's intentionally placed out here to make sure that there is a separation of people either by color, class, creed, whatever. But it's almost like it's getting repeated, and I don't have anybody with power on my side to stop it.
Who's willing to use the power they got? Because they got power, they just refuse. You see Democrats roll out power when they want to, but when it comes time to stop and actually do something about that, nah. We get painted. Yeah. We get Black Lives Matter painted on the road. That's what we get.
Right, and as the white racists protest over it, right? Like this brother's fishing and encounters of white supremacy and also Black Lives Matter being painted on the road are indicative of what it means to be black. Like we see all your problems in Black Lives Matter. Like it's painted on the road. We see it surfacely, but we're gonna walk right over it. This is what it means to be black in these United States. And people pretending. I mean, like I'm really caught up about Jason Aldean, man, because this brother. I'm gonna show you what they did. And I'm a veteran, and I don't say that like patriotically. I say that to say these people pretend that they own patriotism, right? This brother at a concert last night brags about this song and say he don't care what people saying about him. Then he says, I love my country, I love my family, and I'll die for them. And then everybody in the crowd, after because everybody knows what he's talking about, because he said it's been a hell of a week. He's been catching a backlash. So the entire crowd starts chanting USA. To them, and people have to, at that point, we have to acknowledge, we have to extrapolate that to them, America, USA, patriotism is associated in line with whiteness. It is white supremacy to them. That is what he just said. I don't care that I offended an entire race of people by being racist. I'm going to keep doing it. I'm going to keep performing this song, and God bless America. That's what
Hey, so what you do, because I'm a little lost, man. Won't you catch me up, bro? Because I don't know who this cat is.
Oh, so Jason Aldean, I mean, he's already he's a Trump supporter, makes great country music, but he made this song called In a Small Town, and he basically says like all of the stereotypes about black people, bring it to a small town, like say yell at a cop at a small town, get in a cop face, protest cops, or all of the tropes about black people. He just said, do it in a small town, basically saying you want white people to beat you down in a small town.
Try that in a small town.
That's what he says.
Hey, check this out. Check this out. I'll come to that town and try all that shit.
Yeah, but the thing about it is you ain't got to go to a small town. Here's the disgusting part of these people and what they don't think. Majority of black people in America, percentage-wise, are in the South. In the South, black people are overrepresented in rural spaces. We are small towns. Like, he's probably from some big town in the South. Like, the silliness of these people. He's in New York singing his song. They screaming at him. Like, you bet. Like, I seen people on Fox News telling people, "Oh, I got a black plan." That's what this Jesse Waters said. He had a black outreach plan for Republicans, and he was talking about.
Is this it right here?
That's it. This is him talking.
Right I'm sorry, Mondale. I'm gonna go ahead and play this real quick.
Go ahead.
Fun so far tonight. Well, I gotta tell you guys, man, it's been a long ass week.
I think it's funny.
It's been a long week, and I've seen a lot of stuff. I've seen a lot of stuff suggesting I'm this, suggesting I'm that.
Notice he didn't say he's not.
Hey, here's the thing. Here's one thing I feel. I feel like everybody's entitled to their opinion. You can think something all you want to. It doesn't mean it's true, right? So, what I am is a proud American. I'm proud to be from here. I love our country. I want to see it restored to what it once was before all this bullshit started happening to us.
You do that before it started happening to us. I want to go back to.
I love my country. I love my family, and I will do anything to protect that. I can tell you that right now.
That's the real thing, man.
Because the black folks have scared you, huh? You scared of us?
Right. I'm gonna fade them out. Yeah, that's enough.
I literally went to Apple Music. I sent a message to Apple like, "This is hate music. If you still support this guy, it's disgusting." Oh, by the way, everybody should delete all of Jason Aldean's music.
Yeah. Right. So first off, couple things. I do have a couple things. If it is true that he's from Macon, let me tell you about what we did in your small town. We got in your small town. We yelled at police officers. In your small town, we literally cut your little racism out. In your small town, we bought big buildings downtown that we weren't even able to go and walk in the 60s. In your small town, I would probably look at your wife behind. In your small town. No,
facts.
If he's from Macon,
that's where he's from, man. And Macon ain't that small either. Is it about 200,000 people? That man.
Shout out to my brother Danny Glover, his hometown, right? But Macon, you from Macon? You talking about Macon? Like, we got black mayors in Macon. We got so what can't we try? Oh, you love your family. See, they are trying to associate people, black people specifically, coming to do something to them and their family. Yeah, I'm gonna protect my family. What the hell does that have to do with the song in general? Right? Not only that, but bruh, you live in a big ass house away from people. You don't live in no small house. You don't even have neighbors. Nobody even knows where you stay. You're just feeding these sharks out here of racism, man, and just trying to just keep that flame going, man. And man, Mandela, I wish you never talked about this shit, because that pisses me off, man.
I'm gonna tell you how disgusting. Yeah, but he is from Macon, and here's the disgusting part about Aldean. Aldean, he used to have, in 2018, he had a statement that was like, I guess, he almost lost his white fans, his racist ones, when he said something about, it's too easy to get guns in this country. That was his statement. That's a factual statement. Now, keep in mind, this is a bastard who was on stage when the massacre happened in Vegas.
That's right.
You remember the gun thing in Vegas?
Wow! He was on stage.
He was the one that went running.
Wow!
Now he's back. He became a Trump, selling Trump T-shirts and all this. Him and his wife, and now he had to screw up his racist crowd. So now he's this country guy. Now he's this racist. Now he's Kid Rock. right? Now he's rich white boy with a whole lot of money his entire life. Now he has a right to be racist about it. Come on, man.
There's a clip that I just uploaded, and I love this guy's work. Somebody can in the audience give me the phonetic spelling of this brother's name. But he wiped the floor with Jason Aldean in less than 60 seconds. Yeah, take a look at it.
Okay.
Jason Aldean ran. That's him right there. Jason Aldean running. When the worst mass shooting in the history of this country was playing out at Jason Aldean's concert before his very eyes, Jason Aldean ducked and ran for safety as his adoring fans were being mowed down by a gunman. Jason Aldean ran. Jason Aldean didn't go get his granddaddy's gun, track down the shooter to go all Walker, Texas Ranger on him. No, Jason Aldean ran. And when the time came for Jason Aldean to do his tough guy chest thumping, talking about try that in a small town, somehow mass shootings didn't make the cut of his video. Too busy glad-handing the police and protecting a piece of fabric. These colors don't run. Well, Jason Aldean.
What you call this?
Now, to be clear, Jason Aldean, I'm not calling you a coward for running. That was, in fact, the safest option for you. So relax with all the tough guy talk about what you're going to do if we try that in a small town. We already know what you're going to do, Jason Aldean. We out here.
It's the sound effects for me, bro. Me chow. Somebody did a thank you for that phonetic spelling. That brother's sharp, man. That brother is sharp as a tack.
That was beautiful.
Yeah.
That was beautifully done. That's perfect right there.
Well done.
Yeah.
That's very well
The running. Oh man.
I mean, because but let's be honest. It's not just Jason Aldean. I keep saying this. He's indicative of the entire Republican Party. Fox News. We saw it in the lawsuit with Dominion, right? They all don't believe what they selling these people. It's just making them a lot of money, right? We saw Tucker talking trash about Trump. We saw him calling Trump stupid. We saw him talking trash about Republican voters. They don't believe it. They just know it's a grip, and it's a lucrative grip, right? And they got this dumb base, and I literally just call all of these people dumb. Hillary Clinton, I will never, you will never find any point in life of me saying this. Hillary Clinton was spot on when she called them deplorable.
Oh.
They are deplorable. These people are deplorable. You are racist, nothing. That's it.
Nothing.
This party is nothing but racism. Your platform is BS, dog. They bringing in racists to use fake sign. You are hiring black people that say, I am God blessed black people with slavery. You about to allow this person to be a part of your history writing in Florida. Why? Because you're anti-black, dog. Because you're anti-black. This woman said, God bless black people with the crack house. In a poem, she said that.
Bro.
She's about to write some of the history for black people. Then you can't tell me you're not racist. Because if you were a real scientist up there, someone who really cared about history, get the out of here with that. She said, God bless black people with slavery, because without slavery, would have been in Africa praying to trees. As if Africans don't have religion.
Come on, man. That's run that clip. I got that's the one I just dropped. Run that, yeah, man. This preacher from Kim Daniels is her name.
But the Jews own everything.
Whoa, wait, pause. Oh,
that's her. That's her. No, that's her.
That's her.
Keep going.
Hold on.
Oh, you know her, don't you?
Yes.
Yes. Duval. She has a yes.
She is in Duval. Okay.
So I just want to do this before we run. First off, this woman is not allowed on my show. But I'm going to let this pass.
Okay.
Right? I don't like this. I personally don't like this woman.
No one should personally this woman.
Shout out to Angie Nixon, who defeated her.
Yes.
Sister from another mister. That's the sharpest, man.
Shout out to my girl, Angie Nixon.
Yes.
Come on, Angie.
I love you, sister.
State Senator Angie Nixon. That's right.
State rep or state
rep.
Yeah, state rep. She's state rep. Representative Nixon. Thank you for beating this lady down. Yes. She did not represent Northside Jacksonville. She did not represent Sutel Road. She did not represent. I know this person. So y'all can watch the evilness go down. And the only reasons that she won is because the first time is because she got her church. She has a mega church, right? And she calls herself a prophet, right?
Ooh, that's now.
She calls herself a coming right up. I'm sorry, guys. I just had to preface that.
I thank God for the crack house. If it wasn't for the crack house,
Go
come on,
back a little bit.
somebody, God wouldn't have never been able to use me how he
all
can
the way
use
back.
me now.
Because she already
And
said
you
it.
can talk about the Holocaust, but the Jews own everything.
My
I
God,
thank
they don't.
God for slavery. I thank God for the crack house. If it wasn't for the crack house, come on, somebody, God wouldn't have never been able to use me how he can use me now. And if it wasn't for slavery, I might be somewhere in Africa worshiping a tree.
So this is how, prophetess, right? A prophet. Okay. This morning I talked about what Elijah did to all the false prophets at Mount Carmel. 450 of them got slaughtered because they were false prophets, right? And they like to talk violence in the church and these evangelical spaces, but when you are a false prophet, see what God does to you. This situation right here shows that she's not only a false prophet, but she's ignorant, because the gospel got to Africa before it got to Europe, bro. The Ethiopian eunuch in the book of Acts, right, said to the evangelist Philip, said, what prevents me from being baptized right now? He got baptized and took it back to Africa. And right now, the oldest churches in the world are Coptic Christian churches in Ethiopia. So she can miss me with that.
And also beyond that, we can even go a step further. Moses was the first interracial couple. Moses married a woman, right? And God, what God do to his sister?
Turn her into a leper for talking bad about a black woman. See, y'all better watch y'all mouths when y'all talk about black women too.
I don't even want to do that, because all they are is
preach, Doc.
My niece toilet.
Hey, well, my only that's Kim, right? That's but more so, there's a lot of people who think like that, right?
Come on.
And then if you meet this woman, and then you start realizing, no offense to our elected official here, how easy it is for some people to get elected.
The boy,
like, how the hell are you? When you got elected, I was like, how the hell are you? You got elected? When you hate yourself, listen. When you hate yourself, when you hate yourself, it shows clearly, right? Like, listen, you could be ADOS, you could be Pan-African, right? But ain't no reason to bring up other folks, our history in that way in front of kids. You got kids in that church, lady.
That's what I'm about to say. What are you doing? This is a flock of people, right? She's responsible for a flock of people, and she's birthing black hate in her church. She's birthing weakness in our race. And I'm not talking about creating a master race of people. I'm not saying no Hitler-ish. I am saying, though, you as a person representing Black Jesus, Black Jesus means something completely different than white Jesus. I'm not knocking white Jesus, but Black Jesus is a minority Jew, bilingual, born under white Roman oppression.
Come on, man.
Suppression. My Jesus has to be a fighter for equity and equality and
liberation.
System liberation.
Come on,
liberation.
Man.
I'm talking about Howard Thurman. I'm talking about Black Jesus, James Cone.
Come on.
Religion. You cannot separate our Jesus. What do you say? The cross and the lynching tree are married in Black Christian religion. So what she's saying is ridiculous to me.
Utter tomfoolery. Go ahead, Doc, because I ain't got nothing better to say.
And white Jesus got on an American flag on.
Come on. Wait. Did you say it again? I'm gonna make sure I heard you right. What are you wearing?
An American flag song.
White. Seriously. Seriously. I'm not saying that. I'm not talking about Jesus' blackness like this, even though he was a man of a darker hue than what we see depicted of Jesus. I'm talking about the idea of Black Jesus. Like, people need to understand. I hear you, Tyler, my Jesus for all people. Absolutely. But the role The role of theology is for the oppressed.
Come
right?
on.
It's for the disinherited.
Come
the
on.
role of theology too is to address and also put in perspective what suffering mean, long suffering mean to he who believe in something bigger than thee. So I'm just trying to tell you, I ain't talking about Black Jesus in this manner. I'm talking about the role Jesus played in the mind of those who are oppressed chronically.
The Jesus that hung out with the sex workers, with the criminals, with the tax collectors, with the least of these, the Jesus that fed the hungry instead of these white evangelicals who strangle a hungry Black man on the train. There's a significant difference between the God that Kim Daniels is preaching about and the God that we know. So
yeah, the white Jesus is the one that tells these Karens to go up to Black people and not learn how to fish.
Come on. Like the most Jesus thing that you could do in any year is go fishing and then go be fishers of men and women and non-gender conforming individuals. And that white lady walked up to that Black man and said, "Nah, you can't even fish. Come on, man."
Imagine he's standing in that same neighborhood asking for money. Then he lazy, shiftless, right? This man is fishing every day. Ain't bothering nobody, fishing every day. Where his dad, because his dad's house, pay homeowner association fees. It's all about how dare your Blackness be in my space. I have the right to check it whenever I see it.
A free and a liberated Blackness in our space, man. That don't nothing drive a white person mad like Ron DeSantis, that Jim Crow cracker mad than free Black people. That's what they hate more than anything else.
I don't know. They hate when you're in first class in front of them.
And look,
hate that.
Well, Ron DeSantis ain't got that problem because he's about tall as bees from what I hear. So he don't need that extra leg room. So.
Listen, listen, and I know Marcus is not lying because this is what I meant when I said white people don't see Black people in the airport. I'll be standing in line, bro, waiting the line, and they'll walk right in front of me. I'm like, I'm here, dog. Like literally. And then he turn around and be like, I'm in first class, are you? And I'm like, damn. Like the assumption is the same as this Karen. Like this lake is for people who live here. Wait, are you a resident of first class, Mr. Robinson? Why are you here? Like, what? How dare you think you can get on this plane before me? And that we're joking a little bit, but I'm being serious about where Black people are seen in white people's eyes. Like, and people would normally think, well, she can ask, why is this about race? How many white people have she stopped and asked, do you live in this neighborhood? How many? It was so many, bro. This guy went around and talked to so many of his neighbors. So many Black men had the same problem. They said even about like him moving off of like one part of the fishing ramp to the bottom and somebody running out the house like, you can't be over there. You got to stand right there and fish. But he said he didn't see white people and everybody in these people in the yard cutting grass and they ain't said nothing to these white people that were fishing there, right? This guy, that neighborhood is so bad, so bad. I know we're back on this, but to me, that neighborhood is indicative of America. That neighborhood is so bad. This guy literally, y'all, did an interview with the local news about him being harassed by these neighbors and got harassed again that night. Went fishing again that night and got harassed again in the same neighborhood by the same people, dog.
Yeah. And you see what the guy said. The guy said, "Don't record me and don't make
viral videos.
Viral videos. No, you hoes deserve viral videos. Y'all deserve it. Y'all deserve it every single time. I'm so happy that he's making these people go viral, and I'm so happy that lady lost her job. You know what? You lost your job. She lost her job, and if you go back and watch the video, I don't even think she closed the door of her car. Right? It was so important to her to stop that car. And like, yo, listen. All you had to do was just make it to your destination, lady. You would have had a job. All you had to do was just show up, just do your one damn thing that you were supposed to do, and just get there, and you would have been employed.
Now she got a mortgage and no job.
Now you got
a big
house
that she's solely responsible for. A big house. You didn't lose. Listen, it wouldn't have cost her anything to mind
her business. Come on.
It wouldn't cost her nothing. It's expensive to be racist.
Hello.
Look at car. Her car in the road, dog.
Her car in the road.
Are we bothering anyone?
I just have to.
I just have to.
Sorry? All right, well, This lake is supposedly for residents only.
So
thank you for filming.
so show me your nigger papers or get out.
She's not.
Okay, picture of your license plates and forward it on.
Hey, so y'all hear what I go through, right? This the third person. I'm in my own neighborhood, and a white person came and bothered me while I'm fishing. Another white person came and bothered me while I'm fishing. This is the third time. She's like, oh no, I'm not giving you permission to film. This is my phone. I can film and do whatever I want. I study the law.
He's correct.
I study the law. Thank you. I'm sorry. Hey, well, don't leave now. Do you want to say, hey, do you live here? Where you live? What's your address?
Where do you live? Where do you live?
This is unbelievable.
Where do you live? Why?
What's your name, by the way? Because at the next meeting, I'm definitely going to mention you.
What's your name?
Aaron. Matter of fact, let me get your
tag number.
Let me turn this phone around. Let me go ahead and get yours.
Listen, I mean, her car was in the road, Marcus. I didn't even pay attention to that.
That's when she knew she
stopped
effed
her
up.
car. Listen, she stopped her car. No, listen. No, so you got to understand exactly how it went down. I'm driving.
There's a nigger.
She drove past and stopped.
Oh
Left
man.
her car in the road. Where them jack boys at when you need them, man?
Hey, here's my thing. They swear to God, they're so afraid of us.
Mm-hmm.
She out there policing without a gun, boy. Cause you know what she armed with?
White supremacy.
Undefeated white supremacy. 400-0. That's what she armed with.
Yeah. And we backtrack it for the indigenous people. How many is it? What, 600 years? Gimo?
200 more years.
Yeah. They had it bad. Like they had it where they just took their shit. They just. I'm sorry, I don't mean laugh. It ain't funny. But you gotta laugh.
This lake's for us. This lake's for us. So, wrap it up, B.
And put them flounder back. Put them flounder back. And
better hope that fish ain't dead.
Man.
We're gonna sue you on behalf of the fish.
Bro. Gonna get Ben Crump on the case for that fish. Justice for Mr. Grouper. Justice for Mr. Grouper, bro.
Hey, people call Nan out here because you ain't having name one of them fish.
Oh my God. Oh, bubble guppy head.
yeah.
Man, that happened in America, dog.
Oh man, only in America.
Like also on the real, like for real, the most innocent thing you could possibly be doing is fishing. I mean, this wasn't even a somebody, this wasn't even a suspicious person type thing. You think like you can't. What you gonna do? I'm calling the police because this guy is fishing. now understand me. I'm from the South. Right, Marcus. You do need a license to fish in some places, right? Marcus. Like you do, but still, like
Marcus,
you gonna call the police on me,
Marcus? You got to put up 6 Dragon Daddy 9 comment right now. It needs to be on the screen.
Oh wow! no, that the one before that.
Another one right under it. Look at the one under it.
Mermaid. What is this? Yeah, she look. She said she gonna get her revenge for having a black.
Y'all are back. We love y'all. Y'all are back. He said
having a black Ariel. Come on.
Now you're not. I bet you. But I'm gonna tell you how far they're willing to go though. This is what whiteness will do. I bet you they're gonna call it emergency HOA meeting. No one's gonna be allowed to fish anymore.
Yes. Period. Watch that happen. I get you call that. You hit that on the head, man. That's how petty they are.
Nobody's fishing in this lake ever again because it costs white women a job. No more fishing. No, that ain't what costs white women a job. Y'all not.
She calls.
Yeah, that's what it is. It's an emergency HOA meeting tomorrow. And they're gonna take up a fund. They're gonna launch a GoFundMe. Her house will get paid off next week, and she's gonna have enough to retire off of. And nobody's fishing in that lake ever again. Welcome to America.
Yeah. They're not gonna let that white lady lose.
What? Ain't no way. Ain't no way. It's just like the woman with the bicycle situation. Y'all remember that? And come to find out.
Oh yeah.
When they found out that she actually her card was swiped for that one, right? And then people like, oh, she should sue you because you kept calling her Karen. I said she's still bicycle Karen. She lied about him hurting her baby. He wasn't touching her. He had both his hands on the bike. She started fake crying and stopped immediately.
The fake
right?
crying, bro.
Like this is dangerous behavior, dog. This is dangerous behavior. And I'm telling you, who but the current state of America is empowering these people to show up like this? Bro, we are close. We are close to it. Had to feel just like this the day they told them Negroes you can lead a plantation. He should have told them. It's not a useful skill for black people. Six Dragon Daddy own it, dog. Listen, fishing is not a useful skill for black people. Fishing is especially in the pond where we stocked it with the best Georgia trout. That's rainbow trout. You gotta put that back, boy. That ain't for you. That rainbow trout ain't for you or the rainbow mob or anybody that's for sleeping white racists. This fish for sleeping anti-woke mob people.
We don't sell nigga pies.
You said about 4 miles up the road, right? About 40 miles up the road.
Oh man!
Shout out to one of the greatest movies ever made. Life,
hands down.
Life was one of the greatest movies. Yeah. Well, fellas, listen, it's about that time, man.
Before we go, can we just say thank God for Jamie Foxx's recovery? He did a video earlier, and that brother was in tears, and man, that brother, wow, I don't know what it was, but you could definitely tell it shook him, it scared him.
Yeah,
thank God he's still around.
For sure.
Shout out to what was Grady? He was in Grady.
Yeah,
Grady Hospital. Yeah. Shout out to Grady Hospital. Grady Hospital saved my life. Saved my life also, fellas. So
really?
So shout out to the hospital. And hey, listen, guys, if you haven't done it yet and you're watching this, please like, share, retweet, get your friends to watch this. Clickbait Squirrel Gang, we appreciate y'all so much.
Trap Squad.
New squirrel.
A whole new squirrel.
Trap Squad, man. Like y'all, make sure y'all like and share. Our channel is, by the way, is about to be monetized again. So I think next time.
Come on, guys.
So the next time we come up, we're gonna be asking y'all for our little church donations again. You know what I'm talking about?
Because we need to make sure that Preacher Marcus and Reverend Dixon can thank God for the crack house.
That's right.
Hey, wait! Don't put that on me. That's that Kim Daniels thanking God for the crack house. I'm like, some stuff just keep you thanking God for the crack house.
In church, you playing. Can you? And now listen, I know my God is omnipotent. I know He knows everything.
Yes.
Even that blindsided Him. Don't give me that.
I was just about to bless you. You said some stupid mess like
don't give me that.
Mm-hmm.
Don't you know that God is absent of sin?
Hold on. I want y'all to think about who the only person is that statement literally would come from.
Her.
A crackhead.
I mean, listen, and listen, solidarity with all people who recover in addicts and all that. We ain't messing with y'all.
I'm not picking on nobody.
But when you say thank God for slavery, that is indicative of the fact that you still at the crack house, sister. We was at the crack house before church when you said that. So get out of here with that mess.
Yeah. Thank God for the crack house.
Thank God for the a little bit of hair wine for the. That's the only way you can say thank God for slavery in that context.
It's like it was like the 3-6 Mafia and Bone Thugs and Harmony battle during COVID. What was that thing called?
Versus.
When one of the boys from Bone dropped his drugs.
Nah, bro.
Pick that right on up. Anyway, you want to see that? Yo, go back and look at it, man.
I gotta see that.
But anyway, he picked up his cocaine like Flavor Flav on Rap City.
Oh man,
we love y'all. Thank y'all so much. Thank you for the mods.
Shout out to the mods, Latif. Who else was in there modding today? All of y'all. Appreciate all y'all.
Yeah,
Marcus and Dixon. I want to also appreciate you guys. Thank y'all so much for holding it down while I was late. Yeah, man, had a good meeting trying to get the mayor of New York to come to infield. So we're gonna show the city boy how them country boys do it.
Hey, look at Ben. Look at Ben. Me and Ben were talking about that meeting.
Y'all should.
Ben were talking about. That meeting.
Hey, listen, we hold each other accountable, so y'all should have been talking about it. I can't believe we want no conversation on Clickbaity. How y'all gonna keep that from?
I didn't know for sure. I was like, nah, we're gonna talk about it off air first. I just want to.
Come on, we don't blindside.
Okay, what you doing? Okay, what?
Tell the people. Wait, first tell the people what happened.
Yeah, so tune in next week.
No, we got pictures. Hang on, let me upload these pictures real quick.
We got pictures.
I'm joking.
No, you can do it. You should do it.
No, because I didn't want. I wanted to talk offline about it first.
No, go ahead.
Oh no, we're gonna talk about it as a family. Okay. Yeah, hey guys, Mondale just was late to our show today because he was on a podcast on the Mayor of New York's podcast.
Eric
he was on his podcast, Eric Adams' podcast over Clickbaity. He was late for Clickbaity, dealing with mayor police officers.
He said kick in.
I don't know. See, I don't know if y'all were kicking.
He said Mayor Robinson, Officer Adams. So if the picture that Ben just uploaded it, man.
Yeah, I can't. For some reason, I can't. Can you do pictures on your side, Marcus? Because it won't let me upload.
I can.
Thank God for technology.
I just downloaded Crack House.
So no, we're about to launch a Black Male Voter Project. Is partnering with, I don't know if y'all know Congressman Horsford from Las Vegas. He's also the chair of the CBC. He's in that picture too.
Okay.
We're launching this thing called Black MVP, where we give people it's a unique or exclusive club for Black men, and it's going to create a new access for Black men and people at that level, right? Congressman Horsford and also Mayor Adams, but not Black men that wear suits and ties specifically, but brothers who normally are left out of the conversation. So this club, Black MVP, will actually give brothers, that normally wouldn't have seats at the table, a big seat at the table. So we're talking about brothers who are formerly incarcerated, drug dealers, gang members, access to have conversation about why and how. So Mayor Adams have this saying that's powerful, and it's real. The brother said, we got all of these downstream accesses, like, we can help brothers get out the river once they're already in the river. Why we ain't got no programs upstream to stop people from falling in the river in the first place? Stop people from acting with police in the first place, right? So so this is a access for us, one, to hold these brothers accountable, because they're in some powerful positions, right? The Black Caucus right now has more members than it ever had, and they represent over 100 million Americans right now. So y'all damn well about to be this. You about to be owning the Democratic Party in a way that no caucus is bigger than the Black Caucus. It's 40% of all elected Democrats in the House. We want something. We want something more than an act. I don't want nobody kente cloth without kente policy. Don't take no more knees about Black issues until you address Black needs. So this is giving us that.
Okay.
Go ahead.
That's good, man. I feel that.
Actually, that's really good. You just gonna have to keep the mayor away from the meetings, because he's gonna put people in jail when they see them.
Yeah.
Actually, in his defense, in the brother's defense that we don't know about, the brother actually, he's already been meeting with brothers that's got bodies that came home, brothers who did life, murder. They're already a part of his council. He got 500 of those brothers that he meet with regularly, and those brothers chop it up in a real space, in real way.
All right. Well, I'm going to trust.
I'm accountable.
Yes, I actually, but see, that's why we were going to talk offline about it first.
I don't.
We started this show for this reason.
I don't expect Mondale to do too much.
I mean,
I don't expect Mondale to be capped at all, right? I don't expect my boy to be capped at all, right? Like that's my guy right there, right?
Yeah.
Like Mondale's my brother, right? So I don't expect him to be capped, but also be like, man, you a little too nice to that guy right there, right now, man. I don't know
Eric
about that right there. You know what I'm talking about, man? Eric Adams,
I mean, because I can't.
Let's see,
man. Eric got some real black fascist tendencies, man. But everything that I've heard you say so far, though, makes me pause and say, okay, all right, pause, and let's see what Mondale, let's see what you're doing with him.
We're gonna be surprised. What people don't know is him, Jeffries, and what's the sister that's the AG in New York?
If you hadn't asked me, I could have told you.
They all got elected from the same. They all got elected from the same district in Brooklyn. And so this idea of like what's gonna happen, we're gonna see. Right now, more New Yorkers are working than they ever had. More Black New Yorkers are working than they ever had. And I just think about this access, this surplus of jobs for Black men.
Okay,
I'm in it. If nothing else, I'm in the room to scream.
Okay. Letitia James. Thank you. I knew somebody in the audience was going to help us with it.
Yeah. So they all came in at the same time at the state. Was in the state legislature at the same time.
All I know is Mondale sent us a picture of him standing with Eric Adams, towering over him, though. Like all up on and out. And that was like the only picture in our group text that didn't get a single like. it just sat there. Like normally we give a courtesy like to make sure brothers don't feel lonely. Nah, we left Eric Adams' picture sit there with not nary likes.
Hey, hold on. Hey, Mondale, you don't know this, but before we got on the air, right? I said, hey, you see he meeting with the mayor of New York, right? And Ben looked at the camera and started shaking his head like, no, man.
like they didn't get Mondale, did they? Nah.
Hey, Kevin played too much. Somebody kick Kevin out the chat.
What Kevin said? Oh. Man, look.
No, let's see what we can get.
Oh my God.
That's
rough. My God.
Yo.
That's cold. Kevin, that's not called for, bro. That's not called for, man. That's not Christ.
Damn, Kevin.
Oh man, somebody's gonna end up swindled like AOC. I hope not, y'all. Listen. I love y'all. This has been. My hands up, my sweaty. But I'm just gonna.
Y'all got him nervous.
I'm gonna go back. Let me go back and like this picture. Let me go back and get this picture.
Yeah, let me do the same thing.
I think we're gonna do some big stuff. That brother is open to ideas, progressive ideas about what he is and he ain't. I mean, and when the podcast is gonna come out, and you're gonna hear and learn some stuff about him and police that happened to him, and that's gonna blow your mind that you didn't know, that I didn't know. Also, you'll hear about how Horst's father was shot. You know what I'm saying? So, and you hear, and there's critiques of the police from me and Horsford in the conversation, and this brother was in there. So, yeah.
That's
okay, cool.
All right.
Well, listen, folks, it's been great. We're gonna see you guys next Sunday. I'll be in Chicago, and folks, remember, like, share, and I guess you know what, Ben, I'm gonna let you have the last word.
Man. Listen, you cannot give a pass to the last word because we end up taking a text. So turn with me if you would. Never mind, folks. Follow us.
The book of crack.
The gospel according to the crack house of Kim Daniels. That's where you turn. That said, follow us on our respective places at Benjamin P. There it is. That's the picture. Get a little closer. There you go. There he is standing with Eric Adams. That's what I call him. Eric Adams.
Mondale ain't grinning, y'all. Mondale ain't grinning.
You say you're not grinning? You're not grinning this picture?
Keeping it real. Look at the picture.
Somebody put the truth dragon out. And never let this person back here ever again. You hear me? Never let this person back up.
No, the crowd is back.
If I come and this person is in the chat room, I'm never no. All right, it's all love. Follow me on Twitter at Benjamin P. Dixon, Marcus for America, and Mundell Robinson on all platforms, if I'm not mistaken. Is that right?
Perfect.
Let's be out, fellas.
Peace, y'all. We love y'all.